What's up, everybody? Dave from Fan Futsal here, coming to you from in front of my scarf wall back there, giving you my immediate reaction to the Stuttgart versus Dortmund match that just finished Friday, November 17th, 2-1. I got my handy-dandy little notebook here. Going to give you my thoughts and hope you enjoy it. Let me know, agree, disagree, let me know in the comment section below. So before the match started, lineups came out. Obviously, being an American, I was disappointed to not see Christian Pulisic in there. He was off from international duty, and to have him pick up a muscle injury was definitely something disappointing from my perspective. Also interesting, Dortmund with Aubameyang suspended. They went with Andre Schürrle as almost like a false nine situation. I think that proved unsuccessful throughout the match. Even before the match, I thought that was a bit interesting from a Stuttgart perspective. First off, those jerseys are awesome. Love the all-black look. Want to see more of that. I don't know if that was a special jersey, if they're wearing them all season. I haven't watched too much Stuttgart. If they are, that is awesome. Love that look. From a formational perspective, Stuttgart with the 3-4-3, their front attacking three were very, very sort of condensed in the center of the pitch. And, you know, from a before the match perspective, I noticed that, and I think that played out throughout the match. So once the match kicked off, Stuttgart came out, high press, a lot of numbers, really, really committed. They were physical throughout the match, and I think that rattled Dortmund. Berkey, the goalkeeper for Dortmund, I don't know what was going on. 3 separate incidents in the first 5 minutes. Throughout the match, he looked shaky, but 3 specific incidents in the first 5 match did not look good whatsoever, looked not confident, looked like he didn't know what to do. And obviously the goal that Stuttgart scored, where him and Berkey and Bartra just weren't communicating. You know, I mean, it's definitely on Bartra too for not communicating, but Berkey was not instilling any sort of confidence from the team. From a Dortmund perspective, the whole squad didn't look confident. So it started with Berkey and it spread throughout the rest of the team. From a Stuttgart perspective, I thought that they were pretty narrow defensively throughout the match, meaning they were condensing to the ball side. Again, that was kind of the formation that they played, but they were definitely condensed in. Dortmund needed to swing the ball across the field much, much quicker than they were doing throughout the match. Pavard, the center back for Stuttgart. Love the throw. Don't see too many throws in world soccer anymore. Definitely like that look. Him giving up the penalty, not a good look. Not a good look. Definite penalty for me. Did the old chicken wing, and it was absolutely 100% a penalty. Stuttgart throughout the match, especially in the first half, though, they were looking for those diagonal balls behind the Dortmund attack, behind the Dortmund defense into the corners, and I think they were pretty successful with that throughout the match. Dortmund pretty much was solely attacking through Yarmolenko on the right side of the field. Philip had a couple incidents where he was attacking, but their whole attack was pretty concentrated on the right side of the field. Both teams, specifically in the first half, looked really, really sloppy with the ball. I think that improved a bit in the second half, but throughout the match, it was a bit sloppy. Philippe, Dortmund was attacking from Yarmolenko on the right side of the field, and Philippe was getting too far tucked in on those crosses, and there was nobody at the far post. And you saw that time and time again that there wasn't a man in the back, and Schmelzer wasn't getting forward as an outside back, and so there was just nobody on the far post for Dortmund to attack, and that was obviously not good for them. Stuttgart, aggressive and physical throughout the match. The referee wasn't really dishing out too many yellow cards, and I think that definitely played to Stuttgart's advantage. Stuttgart played well in the first half. There wasn't too many players to single out because they got that early goal. They sat back and played pretty defensively from then on. They didn't give Dortmund any real chances, and to be honest, I mean, the match should have been likely 0-0 at halftime. I think a draw was fair at halftime, but it probably should have been 0-0. Dortmund had that terrible mistake. Stuttgart gave up that bad penalty, but no real chances beyond that. From a second half perspective, Dortmund just did not start well. So Zagadou came on for Socrates, and Bartra had to flip from left center back to right center back, and Zagadou just was not very good in that match. It's unfortunate, and he was somewhat at fault for the goal Dortmund conceded, but I don't know what was going on with Schmelzer getting way too far forward on the left side of the field. When the ball turned over and Stuttgart took over for their second goal, Schmelzer should have turned around and gotten back into position. The guy that scored, his name was Brekalo, had tons of time. He was completely open. It was such an easy pass for the Stuttgart player to play into him. And then, you know, on top of it, once he broke and cut back the shot, I mean, it's a little bit harsh on Berkey, but he was in his defense, he was slightly unsighted and the ball was coming at pace, but he has to make that save and ultimately didn't. Stuttgart took the lead and ended up holding on. I think the story of the match was substitutions. So Dortmund subs did not play well, specifically Mahmoud Dahoud and Zagadou. And conversely, Stuttgart's two subs, Brekalo scored the goal, played really well, and Asano I thought was Stuttgart's best player. So that was probably the story of the match. Asano came on end of the first half for big dude, Asano little dude. As a little dude center forward, you have to work hard and just be a pest, just be annoying, just be everywhere. And he was that, and I really, really enjoyed him doing that. 64th minute, the tackle by Bartra, no penalty for me. I thought that was a really good tackle. Also, the Yarmolenko handball right before he chipped the goalkeeper. Again, good call. So from a controversial call perspective, those were my thoughts. Second half opened up a bit compared to the first half, but ultimately I think the better team won, and Stuttgart proved that. So last thing I just wanted to point out is that too often Dortmund only had one attacker in the box, and I think that they were sorely lacking Aubameyang, who really let his team down by whatever the heck is going on there, disciplinary reasons or whatnot. I think that is a big issue. So that was my recap of the 2-1 Stuttgart victory in the Bundesliga on Friday, November 17th. Let me know if you agree with my thoughts, disagree, comment section. Hopefully I'll be doing more of these. So thanks for watching. I will talk to you guys soon. See you, everyone. Bye-bye.